How's it going, everyone? It's Andre Williams from the Hard Gainer Academy. Over here, we make gains in fitness and choose stocks to get your portfolio in shape. So, before we get started, I want to throw the disclaimer out there. I am not a financial advisor, and this is not financial advice. So, what we're going to be talking about is NNDM and the things that you need to consider when you open up your account, when you get your portfolio going and investing in the stock market. So with NMDM, I'll give you guys a quick little background here. The company is Nano Dimensions. I am very bullish about this company. Bullish to the point when I first picked it up, it was around an average cost of $6.75. Right now, currently, it's just trading under $16. It might be around $15.84 and so forth in the after hours. So today, while it was trading, it had a range that it was going through. So it got into the high 17s and then it got low into the 15s. In after hours, it got to as low as into the 14s. So what I want to be talking about is some of the things that we need to look at and we need to consider in regards to what's going on with this company. So they have a notorious track record of doing offerings, right? I really do not have a problem with this because, again, it helps the company grow. It brings in more cash, right? But this time around, what they want to do, they want to double the amount of shares that they currently have available. So what this means, it actually dilutes shares of holders like myself, right? So when I think about things like this, if I'm bullish and I believe in the company, these are good things. If you're going to have a particular outlook where you know what, you might want to take a position, but you don't really want to be in it long term, this is where we need to look at the ramifications of our decision in regards to whether we choose to stay or whether we choose to go. So they're going to be having a vote, which is going to be pretty much the end date of the vote is February the 15th. So anyone who owns any shares in NMDM, I think it starts on the day of January the 27th and before, you are going to have the right to vote in regards to whether they should increase their shares or not. All right. So one of the things that I'm actually pretty cool when it comes to this is that they've done many offerings in the past and the stock has just continued to go up. There's a lot of people that believe in this company. Actually, ARK Invest, which killed it in 2020, they invest in NMDM, so they really do believe in it. So a lot of people will look at ARK and be like, hey, you know what? ARK knows what they're doing. Kathy Wood, she's doing great things. Again, their whole entire index that they have done well. They have many to add, but at the same time, it all depends on where your stance is. So for myself, when I purchased it, I made sure as soon as when I was up 100%, I sold half my position. So what that means is by selling half, I still have another half left over, which is completely all profit. So if you are thinking about, hey, well, you know what? You're talking about NMDM. It seems like it's pretty good. I would say as far as a buy range is concerned, especially let's just go before the decision is actually made or it actually goes through, a good price range to look out for would be the low 15s, maybe the 14s if you can catch it. It did get to the 13s on Monday, but it did not stay there that long at all. So if you are thinking about actually building out a position, I will look at that 14 to low 15 area, right? You don't need to chase the stock. Like I said, I got in there at 675. So in regards to, yeah, like I don't, it doesn't really matter in the sense where like, hey, if it decides to go to 16, 17 tomorrow, then I'll be like, hey, you know what? I might just let the rest go and then buy back after the offering or if it ends up happening. It's a decision that's going to come down to you. So I just wanted to kind of update you guys on that because I know I did mention about NMDM in my previous video. And again, I'm very bullish on it. All right. So now what we want to talk about is the type of the account that you want to go with. So there are many different types of account. I'm from Canada. I have friends and family who are from America. In America, you guys have a lot more options than we do over here in Canada. So for myself, I have different accounts with different brokerages because they all have certain benefits. All right. So I have an account with my main bank. I got an account with Questrade, and I also got an account with Interactive Brokers. All right. I have three of those, and they have three distinct advantages. That's why I have three of them, right? If you are living in the States, I know stuff like Webull, they're pretty much open from the start of 4 a.m. and closes all the way till close at 8 p.m. So you get full access to the entire market. I know Robinhood, their hours are a bit different, and any type of brokerage you might be using, the hours are going to be different as well. Same thing goes over here in Canada. So with the main banks, many of them, they end up pretty much like it's pretty much right at market close, right at 4 o'clock, right? And then they start up literally right at 9:30. So what that means is, hey, you don't really get much. You don't really get any pre-market action or any aftermarket action. And even when you do, again, like as far as how well it works, so as far as like the charting and stuff like that in after hours and in pre-market, it's not the best. So with my main bank, I get those main hours, and that's what I focus on. And that's actually in that account, I focus on retirement type of things and so forth, right? And for my accounts with like Questrade, for example, that's where I do, some swing trading, and I'll hold some stocks there as well. But they have pre-market, and you have also the aftermarket. So aftermarket hours, it stops at 5:30. So after 5:30, you can't do any trades, but you can start trading at 7:30. So that gives you a lot more flexibility. Again, this is for my Canadians here, a lot more flexibility. With Interactive Brokers now, which I just signed up for, and which I'm thinking that I want to do the challenge with you guys in regards to that, I get full access from when the market opens at 4 a.m. all the way to when the market closes at 8 o'clock. So as you can see from what I explained, that's why all three of them are different. They all have distinct advantages. So now, what I want to talk about and what you need to consider are commissions. So I know over here in Canada, the commissions can be very, very high. So with my main bank, to place one trade costs close to $10. I'm going to repeat that. Just to do one trade costs close to $10. That's a lot of money. Again, very, very expensive. Now, with Questrade, depending on the package that you have, the particular package that I have, I only pay 1 cent per share, right? Up to a certain amount, depending on the amount that you buy and so forth. But for the most part, it's 1 cent per share. With Interactive Brokers now, it is $1. Even if I only buy one share, it's going to cost $1. Minimum $1. And if you purchase more, that's when they say, okay, well, it's going to be 0.00, whatever the number is, right? So these are the things that I look at, and this is what kind of governs the way how I do my investments. Part of the reasons when it comes to the big banks, if I'm going to do a trade, I'm going to make sure the value of that trade, right, could be spread out in regards to the average cost of the commission of $9.99. Because when I buy, it's $10, and then when I sell, that's another $10. So that's $20 right off the top. If I'm doing that with Interactive Brokers, again, it's going to be different. With Questrade, it's going to be different. So if you're living in the United States and you get like commission-free trading and all that stuff, you're lucky. I wish I could have the opportunity to have that. Also as well, when it comes to choosing, a lot of these companies, what they do, especially over here in Canada, if you trade up to a certain amount, so if you rack up a certain number in commission fees, they will use that as a rebate. So one company not one, but the two companies that I actually have my accounts with, which is Interactive Brokers and Questrade, they do this. As far as with my main bank, again, you have to be in an active program, and I don't really believe in using my main bank for that because of the commission costs. All right. So when you set up your account, these are one of these things that you want to look at in regards to how much are you paying in commissions, because it does add up very quickly, especially if you're swing trading or you're making multiple trades throughout the month. All right. Another thing that you need to look at when it comes to setting up your account, we've already covered as far as the hours that are covered in regards to the market, right? We talked about the commissions already. The next thing is taxes. So there's different types of accounts that you could choose. You have margin accounts, you have cash accounts, and then you have retirement accounts. So I know in the US, you guys have like the Roth IRA. Over here in Canada, we have RRSPs, right? The great thing about using these particular vehicles is that, again, you get more of a tax break. when you have like a cash account or you have like a margin account and so forth, these particular type of accounts, they're exposed to more taxes. So if you're buying and selling on a frequent basis, or if you're doing a lot of swing trading, then you are going to be paying more in taxes at the end of the year. Also, with those retirement accounts, is a great way to actually just build up your wealth until it's time for you to retire as well. So if you're starting now and you trade consistently and you're doing it years through the years, that is a great way to build up your wealth and actually secure your future, which I support. All right. But me personally, I'm not going to lie. I have the retirement account for its particular purpose to grow, but I also do have a margin account and I also have a cash account. So to break that down, in regards to the margin account. So when it comes to a margin account, this is an account that allows you to use leverage. I'm going to keep it that simple. I think I'm going to do another video on this and go a bit deeper, but I'm just going to say a margin account allows you to use leverage. The brokerage gives you more extra money, right? Depending on as far as the application process and how much you qualify to be lent money, all right? The cash account, whatever cash you have is what you can use. The only thing is you're going to have to wait for cash to settle, right? So that's just a quick little overview. Again, I'll do it in another video as far as going into more details. You guys can let me know that in the comment section. So here's my solution that I've done for myself and what I do with a lot of my friends when we talk about this and so forth. Go with, in the beginning, a retirement account, because this will actually give you better habits. You'll actually give you the opportunity to actually invest in stocks. This is when you really look at the importance and the overall value of the company. So start off with that. And then when you build up a little bit of money and so forth, or you have some extra money on the side, then you can look into opening up another account in regards to whether it be a cash or it be a margin account. And you could do some swing trading and stuff like that once you get better and you get more confident and so forth. That's usually my recommendation. I have 3 accounts and I have 1 retirement account. So, hey, that's how I do it. Hope you guys found this video helpful. If you guys have any questions or there's any more videos you want covered, then by all means, let me know inside the comments and I'll be talking to you guys tomorrow. Peace out.